Hey, old hag, there isn't anything to eat right now. Why does someone who is only smart enough to do chores not even have the chores done today? At least do what you were born to do, please. What? Violet, you were coming back home today? I'm sorry, but today I'm at work. I won't be home from work until later tonight, so I made sure to tell your father to make up something for dinner. I don't care about that. Well, recently you haven't been coming home that often, so if you're going to do so, please text me and let me know first. I'm pretty busy with work now, and there are times when I can't come home early. I told Dad that I was going to come home today, but I'm pretty sure that the two of you haven't been communicating all too well recently between one another. So it's not impossible that he never told you, and that's why you didn't know. But as a wife and mom, you should always be managing things like dinner, right? That's why you're being called a failure as a mother and a failure as a wife now. Are you sure you have to say those kinds of things about me? I have been trying my best to be a good mother to you and a great wife to my husband. And even right now, I'm taking care of you, right? Well, there hasn't been a single moment where I've thought that you've been doing a good job caring for me, though. A pile of crap like you could at the very least get all your chores done like you've been asked. If you don't, you're most likely going to be thrown aside by Dad as he finds someone else. Violet, don't you think you could at least be a bit more kind to me and treat me with some respect from time to time? And you should be more careful of the things you say about others. You're in college now, which means something like that should be noticeable to you, correct? Huh? You're going to preach to me like you're someone special now? There is nothing that's going to make me want to listen to your preaching when you can't even do your one and only job of cleaning and cooking. How about you start working on changing your own self around before asking me to? I guess you're getting too old now for anything I have to say to you to mean anything. But to be honest, you've always been this way around me. Always. I think soon here the family should take some time to all sit down together and talk some things out. How does that sound? Sounds like a pain in the ass to me. Well, whatever. Today I'll just go out for dinner. I'm going to make you pay me back for that later, okay? Please and thank you. Violet, are you even listening to me right now? Violet! Do you think you could make some time to sit down with Violet and I so we can all have a little chat? I'm a bit concerned about the way Violet has been talking to me in an even more condescending tone lately. I feel that if we don't talk with her about that and have her change that attitude, she's going to have a rough future ahead.
She has every right to be talking down to you in a tone like that, though. There's nothing special about you because all you are is a pile of trash.
And I think the reason she talks to me like that is because she's gotten that poor attitude from you, Ralph. Could you at least only talk to me like that when we're alone and not around her?
Well, I'm not saying anything wrong, am I? When all of this is your fault, stop trying to make it sound like mine. Such a freaking idiot.
Hold on, are you even listening to me?
Talking with someone like you is only a waste of my time. Even though you're hated by both myself and Violet, you still choose to live in the same house as us, huh? I would never be able to put up with all of this crap every day. You must be pretty strong with that thick skull of yours, you dumbass.
Ralph, would you please cut all of that out and talk to me like I'm your wife? I'm seriously getting to my last nerve here, and I don't want you guys both crawling all over it. If you guys aren't going to join me for a little family meeting, then I'm going to take matters into my own hands.
Duh, what a pain. Just having to go out and see you in person and listen to your voice is a pain for me. If you get what I mean, then how about you start to earn some real money for us? Bye-bye now, and stop sending me all these needless texts all the time. I'm a very busy man that doesn't have the time to be talking with you.
You shouldn't even be saying things like that to your own wife. But I get it now. I finally understand your way of thinking well enough to make my own decision now. Hey, it seems like the lock on the front door is broken or something. I can't let myself inside the house right now. What should I be doing here, Ralph? Are you on your way home from work right now?
I went and changed the lock on the house.
What? What do you mean you went and changed the lock? Why would you do something like that?
I had a nice long chat with Violet the other night, and we came to the conclusion that neither of us really need you around us anymore.
Excuse me? You don't need me around you guys anymore. What are you trying to say to me right now? I have no clue what you think you're going on about right now, but what made you think changing the lock on this house was a good idea without informing me about it?
We had a reason to, and that's to make sure you can no longer come into the house anymore. In other words, we're telling you to get lost by doing it. There's no place for you in that house anymore. Thanks for all the half-assed work you did taking care of us. And the loan on the place has lasted for 20 years now, right? Which means it should be pretty much paid off by now.
So you're really wanting to kick me out of the house and family now, Ralph? And that's why you went and changed the lock on me like this? And you said that Violet was 100% okay with this happening?
Actually, it was her that came up with the idea of having you kicked out.
Is that right? So this was all her plan?
That just goes to show how much the girl has always hated your guts. It's been 20 years now of her and I both hating you, and I'd really like you to start realizing that, please. All the locks on the house have been changed, so don't you dare ever come back to my place.
I see. I'll try my best not to. And as for you both, good luck.
You're the one that's gonna need all the luck you can get now. Your usefulness has been all used up now. In other words, we have nothing else we could possibly need you around us for. So sorry for squeezing you dry. Now get the hell off my property and go someplace else.
Understood. I'm going to get lost as you've asked. But I still have some things to do with the loan on this house, as well as grab all my things from the room so that I don't have to lose them all to you. So do you mind me climbing in through one of the windows? Seems like the one closest to Violet's bedroom wasn't locked, so I'm able to get it open still.
What? Was there even a window over by your bedroom?
After 20 years of living in this house, you don't have any recollection of this window? Well, no matter. I'm going to grab all my things now and take them out here. And like you've seemed to have been wanting, we're going to get a divorce, so don't worry. I'll make sure to have a truck over tomorrow to grab the rest of my things. I'll be working on the divorce papers for us, as well as the loan papers for the house, so that you may take over on paying things off. Can you make sure to fill out all of your parts for me, please?
You're gonna be all annoying about this crap all the way to the very end, huh?
Well, if we don't do all of these things the proper way, then I'm not going to be leaving this house, Ralph. And you wouldn't want to have to get back in touch with one another later on in life, right? I mean, we could always hire lawyers at that point to work things out with one another, so I guess it wouldn't matter. But that would just be a waste of our money, correct?
Huh? Get a lawyer? You'd think I'd want to do something even more annoying than what we're already having to do? I get it already. I'll make sure to fill out all my parts on those documents and sign them. Make sure you have them ready for me and on the counter for when I get home. And if you don't do that for me, then I'm not gonna fill out jack.
You people always have to carry things out with that attitude until the very end, don't you? I promise that I'll have everything set out for you in a way that's easy for you to understand. So please, make sure to fill everything out the proper way for me. Now, I'm going to get to work on leaving this place. I'm sure things are going to be a bit more difficult from now on, but just try your best not to sink.
Hey, what happened to you paying off this loan? I just got a letter in the mail saying that this month's payment still hasn't been done. Why's that?
Excuse me? Why are you asking me why it hasn't been paid yet? That's your own house, and it's your job as the owner to make sure that the loan gets paid off on time, right? Stop trying to make me pay for your property, bud, so go ahead and pay this month's payment before it's too late and you get hit hard.
What? What the hell are you talking about? Does that mean you're not going to be paying for this place anymore? And was there really this much of the loan left to be paid off before you left? Didn't you work on paying it off for the past 20 years?
What's that? That loan is going to be paid off over the next 40 years, Ralph.
What? So this loan was taken out for 40 years? Then you're telling me there's another 20 years left to go? How much am I gonna have to pay every month? You think I'm gonna be able to pay off this house for another 20 years?
When you and I were getting divorced, I made sure you had a look at all of the documents that pertain to the loan on that house. You then went and signed everything, transferring the name on that house from mine to yours, right? And actually, the whole time you and Violet had been persecuting me, I'd been the one paying off that loan so we could live there. Since I was able to do that for 20 years, don't you think you can do the other 20? Or is that not going to be possible with your income?
Hold on a minute. Does this mean I'm gonna have to pay for things like the water and gas to the house? That's why there are so many bills coming in the mail addressed to me right now. What the hell is this? You should be the one paying for all these things, right?
Would you stop acting like a goddamn spoiled child already?
What?
You and I are divorced now. So why the hell should I have to pay for you and Violet to live in a house that isn't even mine anymore? Both the loan on that house and all of the bills are meant to be paid by you now, of course. And if you're not able to pay those things now, then how about you go and talk with Violet about it and have her start helping you pay? And if that's going to be impossible for the two of you, then it's time to think about moving out of that place and into a new house, right? But let's be real here, all of those things have nothing to do with me, so could you please stop talking to me about them? I want you to learn right now that you contacting me about any of those things won't fix them for you, so leave me alone.
But I don't make a whole lot of money. The whole reason you were paying for everything is because you make more than me, right? And I really had no clue there would still be another 20 years left of this loan after kicking you out. I can't pay all of this.
Is that so? Then why not leave?
What did you just say? And where would we go to live next? Stop saying things that make it sound like you have nothing to do with this.
What would you like me to say to you then? I have nothing left at all that I care to say to someone like you, Ralph.
That's it. You left me with Violet in the divorce, so you pay me her child support.
Her child support? Ralph, are you saying that to me seriously?
I sure am. You know that I'm serious about this. If I'm gonna have to be the one who has to care for her from now on all by myself, then naturally you should be paying me child support now, right? It's the parent's responsibility to pay something like child support for their child. Are you even her parent if you don't pay up? Well, even if you don't, then make sure you at least pay for this house and all the bills that come with it. You're her parent after all, so you have to at least be paying for something, right?
What is there for me to say about all of that? You're wanting me to pay child support for Violet, even though she's a 20-year-old college student now that's barely even home anymore. Okay.
Her age has nothing to do with it.
The thing is, though, it really does. Child support is something that is only paid until the child has turned 18. And as you and I should both be aware, she is 20 years old. She's an adult. There is nothing called adult support for her, right? And another thing. You just made it sound like I was the one that left her with you to take care of. But wasn't it the both of you that had that chat with one another to change all the locks on the house and have me kicked out of it? Tell me, how did I make you take her when I never had a choice in the first place?
This and that are two completely different things.
Oh, they are? Tell me what's so different, Ralph, As far as I'm aware, for the past 20 years, I've been the only one who's really cared for Violet. And I've been the one paying for all her needs as well, right? So I don't really understand what you were going on about just then when you said it's the parent's responsibility to pay for their child. Actually, I didn't even think you could understand something like that. I always thought you just expected me to pay for everything, for the both of your sorry little asses.
I just had you paying because, look, you were the one with a bigger salary, which made me think I shouldn't have to be the one forced to pay.
Is that right? Well then, now that I'm no longer your wife, you're going to have to take care of things, okay? For the past 25 years, I've been the one taking care of you with my income since you've been practically unemployed this whole time. I get that you love to talk about how you wanted to quit your job and find another, and then quit that one and find another. But when you do that over and over again, it really starts to piss me off. Because I felt that I'd have to be the one paying for you and the house for the rest of my life. But the funny thing about it all is, as much as you love to talk about it with me, you never said a word about it to your own daughter. And as long as you look good to her, that's all that matters, right? And in order to keep her from believing anything I said to her about you, you started to tell her to not trust me and to call me names like you would. Then once you had felt as though you'd had enough of me, you used her hatred for me as a way to get me kicked out of the house and the family. Right?
If you're so upset about being kicked out, then you can come back here anytime.
Huh? Can you even read, Ralph? Have you been reading any of the things I just sent you there? I'm sorry, but I have no idea what's going on with you anymore. Why, after all the things I've said to you, would you think that I'd ever want to go back to that house?
Because that's what all of this is about. You're still upset about how Violet and I took over the house and kicked you out, right? Then forget about it. You can come back here. I'll make sure to talk with Violet about why you're coming back. So come back here and let's all get back together, all right? Then you can go back to paying for everything like you'd been doing before for us, like the loan and the bills.
Is this what people mean when they say it's too difficult to speak to animals? You seem to have never understood the English language then, huh? Well, that's too bad, really. I'm kind of sad seeing you struggle so much to try and comprehend even the most basic of things in English. If you just assume that all of those things I was saying meant I was upset about being kicked out of that house, then you are very much wrong about that. I am tired of you guys. You both really did a number on me these past 20 years, and it's going to end here.
What do you mean you're tired of us? What did we ever do to you?
Well, it's primarily been you that's done all of those things to me and not Violet. Back when she was young, she was a very cute little girl to me. But after you went and brainwashed her, she turned into a real bitch. It's all because of the things you said to her about me that she started to think it was fine to hate her own mother.
Why is all of this my fault? I didn't have anything to do with her emotions. That's not even something I, as a man, can control.
Well, in some cases, that's true, actually. But now, especially, there is nothing you can do about the way she talks and acts. You were saying horrible things about me to her ever since she could understand what you were saying, all while I had been working my ass off to pay off all your debt and pay for our home and everything. I was so busy doing all those things for you guys, yet all you ever cared about was why I was never home doing the chores, and complained to me about our daughter in the worst ways possible. You have talked down to me like that all this time, Ralph, all while your daughter was there listening and learning from it. And that is why she now behaves the same way as you, talking down to me and treating me like I'm nothing at all. In the end, that led to her just outright hating me, all because you constantly drove into her mind that it was right to hate me. Well, going on about all of this now isn't going to really change anything, will it?
There was no helping that, though. That's all I ever had to say about you then. Had I not been complaining about you all the time in front of her, she might have started to ask about why I wasn't going to work every day. So I had to make her think that you were the problem, and that's what I did.
The choice you made doing all of that is crazy to me, though. Well, anyway, you and I are divorced from one another now, which means from now on, leave me out of your mess. Since that happens to be your house now, you do something with your own means to make it work.
How dare you not take responsibility for this?
How dare I? Hasn't it been you never taking any responsibility for anything but years and years now, bud? It was you that had me kicked out of the house with the help of your daughter, so figure out how to manage your mistake. Oh, that's right. Now that I have you here, I want to say that I am no longer paying for Violet's tuition and won't be giving her an allowance anymore either.
What? Her tuition? What are you talking about?
After all that talking about how you would make yourself look good in front of your own daughter, you don't seem to know anything about her at all, do you? Your daughter's going to college right now and has to pay a tuition to be there. And this next semester that she enters into, I am not going to be paying for it. By the end of this month, you're going to have to pay for her next semester, so good luck with that.
Wait, what? She has a tuition that needs to be paid? I never knew that she needed to pay to go to that school. That's something I'll have to pay for as well? What? But what's my reason for having to pay that? I don't even have any savings left, so how am I gonna pay for that?
You're going to start yelling at me over that again? Are you angry at yourself because you're finally realizing all the things I had to put up with and pay for while you were both constantly patronizing me? Well, even if you finally come to understand things for how they've truly been, nothing is going to change. Now then, good luck paying for all of those things on your own. And make sure to work with your daughter from now on so she doesn't start to hate you next and have you kicked out of that house. Now, this is really my goodbye to you forever. Thank you for what little you gave up to me until now. But let's be honest, there's nothing at all I really need to thank you for. Mom, what the hell is going on here? I heard about a lot of this from Dad, but you're not going to be paying for this house or for my tuition anymore? Do you call yourself a mother still after saying those things? Do you understand what it means to be my parent? What's that? I'm afraid I don't understand a single word that just came out of your mouth there. What? Mom? Stop acting like my daughter only when it's to benefit you, Missy. And after all that time of talking to me like I was nothing more than a slave to you, and after realizing all of the things I'd been paying for the both of you guys without a single thank you, you're going to come and call yourself my daughter and act like all of this is my fault? This is why I told your father that I can no longer stand dealing with the both of you anymore. I am no longer a part of your family now, so consider me a stranger to you. A stranger? If you're saying all of that, then what are Dad and I going to do? You're an adult now, Violet. And I am well aware that the whole time you've been going to college, you've really only been going out to mess around with different men and play with your girlfriends. How about you get yourself a part-time job, at least if you're wanting to just waste time and help your dad with the bills? It's not like he's able to pay for the house or your tuition on his own, right? So really, all there is left for you to do is work. But I'm only a college student still. For me to go and work now to make money? Stop behaving like a goddamn spoiled child like your father. I went through 20 years of putting all my time and money into making sure you were cared for, along with your father, and yet you never once thanked me for any of it and only grew to hate me more. I am not going to do that anymore, and I am thankful that you both kicked me out of the family. If you're still wanting to stay in school, then you make that happen yourself. Go ask your father for help there. That's it. Do you understand what I've just said? Well, even if you don't, I don't care. There is nothing else I can say that will help either one of you, so leave me. Good luck with that father of yours, and I hope you both don't end up homeless. Well, I don't have high hopes for that, though, with a father like Ralph. Mom, it's been a little while. Are you doing all right? What is all of this about? I dropped out of college, and I'm even working now, over 40 hours every week. All of those things you said to me before, I finally come to understand now. And so I wanted to apologize to you. Apologizing to me? Why would you want to? I feel that the way I'd been treating you for so long now was not the way a daughter should treat their mother. That's very true. For as long as I can remember, you've been a real bitch to me for no good reason. I'm so sorry for that. I finally come to realize that I need to stop relying on others and work for myself now. Dad wasn't able to pay for anything, like you were saying. Not the house, not the bills, not for my tuition. I had to leave the house after he went and sold it one day without even talking to me first. I haven't seen him since then, and he never replies to any of my calls or texts. I've started to really think about who I was to him. That man has always been that way, ever since I married him. He only wants to think about himself being the strong one and doesn't care about others. I finally, although much too late, realized that it's because of you, having always taken care of me, that I've made it to where I am at now. I'm sure there's no easy way to forgive me or anything, but I've been thinking, maybe you and I can become close to one another again. Violet, I'm happy to hear that you've finally noticed all of those things. And hearing that you're doing all right on your own now makes me feel all joyful for you. I'm not going to be supporting you financially anymore, but if that's okay with you, then I'm fine talking to one another over the phone every once in a while. I don't need any more of your money. I know that I have to support my own life now. Then that means you really have grown up then, huh? Mom, I'm so sorry for everything that I've done to you. From now on, is it all right if I keep calling you Mom like this again? The thing is, Violet, I've always been your mother. Therefore, it's all right for you to call me your mom. Now, the next time I have time to talk, let's call, okay? Now you take good care of yourself and try and stay happy, Violet. I know that the harder you fight and work, the better off you'll be down the road. So I'll talk to you soon. And thank you for finally understanding the things I had said to you. Violet seemed to be doing well on her own, having a job where she could work full-time and a small little apartment to stay in. And after a year had gone by of her being out of college, she was able to pay for school again and started to study some more until she had finally graduated. Then, after she was out of school with her degree, she was able to get into the company she had been aiming for, with no issues at all. When she had invited me to come all the way out to her graduation ceremony, I was in tears, thinking that she actually wanted her own mother to be there and see her. Right now, it's still unknown where my pile of garbage ex-husband ran off to, but I like to think things are millions of times better this way and don't care to ever find him. To both my daughter and I, he is the most unnecessary person we know, and are doing just fine without him. Being able to finally have my little girl back after close to 20 years of constant torture and having to fight with her has made me feel so blessed, and I can't wait to see what comes next for us as mother and daughter. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Amy, it seems like you haven't gotten to the laundry at all today, nor to cleaning the floors. And let's not forget about those dirty dishes that are still in the sink. Amy, what the hell are you doing in your room?
Hi, Garnet. I'm sorry, but all day today I've been feeling really under the weather. I'll get to all of those things in the morning, so you don't have to touch anything.
You want me to leave all of this be? So even though you are the housewife here, you're going to ask me to leave all of this for you to do tomorrow?
I'm sorry, but like I was saying, I'm not feeling too well today.
You get to live and eat off the money that Axel brings into this household, so I'm surprised you're still acting like that right now. Do you feel that since he's out of the house for a while now on his trip to Taiwan, you can just slack off and do as you please?
Well, today I've had a fever of around 99, so it's not like I'm choosing to stay in my room. So today, I just wasn't able to really get to anything.
Huh? Amy, are you actually listening to anything I'm saying to you right now? I am asking you if you are taking advantage of my son and his money right now. Answer my question.
I'm sure right now I am taking advantage of that. Sorry.
If you have the guts to apologize to me for that, then you have the energy to come down here and get these chores done right now. Because of all these plates stacked up in the sink, I'm no longer able to use it for anything else. Also, I've noticed some of the decorations and design of the living room have changed. Why would you do that?
I did change it up there a little. I just wanted there to be a change of atmosphere in there.
Excuse me? You did all of that without asking me first? Whoever told you you were allowed to change things up in here? This house is being paid for with the money Axel is bringing in. And that means he and I get to decide what is and what isn't done here.
But when I video called Axel, I showed him the living room and he told me he really likes it that way.
He is too kind, and that's why he'd say such a thing. Ugh. Why did my little man marry such a thick-skulled woman such as yourself and act all happy about it?
I'm sorry, but today I am in need of some rest. So let's pick back up on all of this tomorrow when I'm hopefully feeling better. Right now my head is starting to hurt.
Go right ahead then. However, I can't say I'll care about what happens next.
What? About what happens next? What are you talking about, Garnet?
If you think you can just keep slacking off from doing the chores, then I'll have something to say about it. From what I've seen and heard from you, it seems the only way you'll be able to understand anything is with some physical training.
Hold on a minute. I told you that tomorrow I will handle all of those things.
No, There's no point in trying to use your excuses on me. You went and slacked off today from doing your chores, even though you are the housewife, so I'm going to make you pay for such a crime. Please sleep well tonight for me. I'll take care of the chores you've left for me.
Are you kidding me? What? Hey, what was that sound just then? I just heard glass or something breaking outside my door.
Oh my, whoopsie daisy. I accidentally just smashed your favorite flower vase out here. Sorry about that. My hands aren't all that strong anymore. I never meant to do that on purpose or anything, I hope you know. I'm sorry, but there is glass all over the floor now, so you'll have to clean that up for me tomorrow.
Jesus.
Amy, how are you feeling today? I'm sure that fever of yours is gone now.
It is, and I'm feeling fine now. I do feel a little bit cold still, but compared to yesterday, I'm a whole lot better. Garnet, thank you so much for doing all the chores for me last night in my place.
Don't worry about it. I think that I said too much to you last night.
What?
I'm so sorry that I said something about having to teach you physically and all that. I'm sure I scared you a little bit with that one, right? Of course, I'll never do anything violent towards you, so please relax and forget I ever said anything. Now, would you be able to go out for me and get some things from the store?
Sure. I can do that for you.
Well, that's good. And once you're back from the store, can you go out to the shed and grab me some more flour? My wrists and hands are much too weak to lift such a heavy bag, so I'd like for you to bring me some, please.
Understood. You can leave all that to me. Now I'm going to start heading to the store.
Sounds good. I hope you can get everything I need. Also, today is going to be very hot, so make sure to drink lots of water and get some electrolytes, all right?
Will do. Thank you for letting me know.
Hey, Garnet, what are you doing right now? I'm still in here. Can you please open the door for me right now?
I told you, didn't I? You needed to be taught a lesson, physically, in order to understand me.
What? But you told me this morning that you went too far by saying something like that.
I was well within my boundaries when saying that, and could have gone a whole lot further had I wanted to. And as I had said to you last night, I am teaching you a lesson. You went and slacked off from getting all the chores done, so now you're going to have to pay for that.
But today is one of the hottest days of the year. Right now it's already close to 99 degrees in this shed and rising. I'm burning up. Please, Garnet, could you come and open this door?
What are you talking about? I locked you in that shed because it's the hottest day of the year. It's a great form of punishment. A useless wife like you, who thinks that she can take advantage of my son and I, will learn her lesson in that shed. Oh, that's right. I left you a plastic bottle with water in it in there for you, so please drink up. It's going to be boiling hot for the next couple of days, so you need to make sure you stay hydrated.
That water is already gone. It was only half full, and I just had to drink the rest of it. My head is starting to hurt again like yesterday, and I'm a little dizzy now.
Oh, you already drank that water? Well then, things should start to take place really soon here. I'm going to head off on a little vacant side planned now, so I'll see you in 4 days, Amy. And please, when I get back, tell me that you've learned your lesson.
What? You're going on a trip now?
The reason you are being left in that shed is because you thought you could get away with slacking off as a housewife, so that's your punishment. I have a trip to go on now in order to calm my nerves after dealing with you. Please take this time to think about all the wrongs you've done.
It's getting super hot in here. Help me.
Stop being so overdramatic about it.
Hey, Mom. It's been all day, and I haven't gotten anything from Amy about how things are going. Do you know what's going on with her?
What? She hasn't said anything to you all day?
Well, we had planned on doing a video call today around 4 p.m. and having a few drinks, but we actually do that every Friday at 4 p.m., but today she hasn't said anything to me. I even tried calling her this time, and she didn't answer me.
Oh, I think I know. She must have went to bed early today or something. For some reason, she has recently been slacking off from all the chores in the house and sleeping all day long.
What? No way. She would never do anything like that. Her own conscience wouldn't even allow her to slack off from her task. She won't even let me tell her to take the day off because she feels obligated to do everything at home. So what's this about her slacking off recently? She would never.
Is that right? Then have a look at this video I've taken. Do you understand what I'm talking about now? Recently, it's only been me doing all the chores around this house. This video was from last night when I got home. Things are always like this around the house, with her just sitting in her room all day long. I made sure to record it due to how bad things have become.
I can see that things have been left dirty in the sink and that the laundry is still in the hamper. What was going on with Amy at this time?
Well, she was most likely in that room sleeping all day long. I even gave the door a few knocks and she told me to shut up and leave her alone.
Are you serious? Amy was saying things like that to you? She could never.
And she knows about how bad my hands and wrists are, and yet she makes me take care of all the chores all the time while sitting in that room all day long. It's been so terrible for me here. But she's been trying to hide all of this from you so that you'll continue to spoil her with your kindness. I'm sorry that you had to find this all out now.
Mom, I just had another watch of the video you sent me, and there's a bottle of sleeping pills on the counter.
What?
Wait, isn't that those prescriptions I was using a long time ago? Before I left to Taiwan, I made sure to throw those in the trash can since I don't use them anymore.
Hold on. I thought the bottle was really nice and small, so I've been using it to put small things into. Doesn't that sound like something it would be good for? Doesn't it look nice on the counter?
Does it look nice? Are you kidding me, Mom? Mom, what the hell is going on right now? What have you been using those pills for?
Wait, Axel? I'm not joking about using it as a little bottle to hold small things for me. Like, I'll take things such as my hairbands and hairpins and put them in there so they don't get lost.
Jesus. Why would you use a pill bottle for something like that? There are plenty of things in the house that would look a lot better than a pill bottle for holding small things. For some reason, I can tell things aren't going very well between you and Amy. So how about we all have a little chat regarding things between you two, and I'll call over the phone during that time.
Sounds good, Axel. Thank you for thinking about doing that.
No problem. Now, if Amy wakes up at all today, just tell her to go back to bed and get whatever rest she needs. I'm sure there's something going on with her, and she needs to sleep. So let her.
Understood. Oh, you're so kind, Axel. But if she is going to sleep all day today, that means I'll have to do all the chores around the house again for her, right?
I will talk with Amy about all of that. I'm sorry that you'll have to pick up the slack again, with both of your hands being so bad. If things are too difficult for you, leave them be and go to bed. It's not like a single day of not doing any chores is going to kill anyone, right?
That's true. Thank you. Hey, Amy, how are things going? I completely forgot about you being in that shed. I'm sure you were able to find a way out of there yourself, right? Hey, why aren't you replying to me? Amy! Stop playing this joke on me already. I get that you want to mess with me, but you need to stop that now. If you keep that kind of joke up, I'm not going to let you out of there. How about I open that door for you right now and let you get some fresh air? Axel, listen. Oh, what am I going to do? What should I be doing right now?
What's going on? What happened, Mom?
It's about Amy. Right now, she's in a really bad state.
Hold on a second. Can you calm down for me and explain what happened? What happened to Amy that has you so worked up right now?
I made a mistake and I accidentally closed the door on the shed while Amy was still in there and went out for the day.
Huh?
Oh, like I said, it was an accident. I didn't know she was in there and closed the door so that no animals would find their way in there. And just now I went out to grab something from in there, and as I opened the door, a really foul smell came out from the inside.
You're lying, right?
I am telling you this was all an accident. I never knew that she was in there, and she never told me to let her out after closing the door on her. She was having me do all the chores in the house for her, and since I was so tired from having to work all the time, I
don't care about how you were feeling after doing some chores. How is Amy? What's happened to her? Did you call 911 yet?
I'm not sure how she's doing. I'm not sure.
Huh? Go in that shed and see how she's doing right now. And then call the goddamn police or something. Go right now.
But, oh, the smell. It's like that of a decomposing animal now.
Shut the hell up and look at what she's doing. Open the damn door right now and see how my wife is doing, you asshole.
All right already. Hey, Amy wasn't even in there. That terrible smell coming out of there was just some really old fruits and vegetables. I went over to the neighbors and asked them if they'd seen where she went, and one of them said she was taken away in an ambulance.
What? I see. Thank goodness she was able to get help. But how did she do that? You told me you closed the door to the shed, and as far as I'm aware, there's no way to open it from the inside.
From what it looks like, she used a really heavy object to smack the wall. Then Richard, one of our neighbors, called the police thinking we were being broken into.
That's good to hear. Thank God she was found before it was too late. So this means right now, Amy is in the hospital being cared for, right?
Yes, that's what it sounds like.
I'm coming back home right now. I'm too worried about Amy's condition right now to stay here any longer. I need to be with her while she's recovering from whatever she's been going through right now.
What? No, you don't have to. Everything will be fine here. I'll be able to watch over her for you. You just stay in Taiwan and focus on whatever work you still need to get done. There's no need for you to worry about any of this anymore.
What are you saying, Mom? How the hell am I supposed to just ignore the fact that my wife is in the hospital right now? You know for a fact that I need to be there. I know I said I'd be in Taiwan, but I'm actually in Hawaii right now for a quick meeting, so I can be home in a few hours as long as I get on the next plane.
Is that so? Okay then.
Hey, Mom, where are you right now?
What? I'm at the house right now.
Why have you still not come to see Amy at the hospital? It's because of you that Amy is in such rough shape right now, right?
What? Axel? What is with your attitude right now? I told you that I did not lock her in the shed on purpose. It was a simple accident. I didn't know that she was still in there when I closed the door, and after that, I was away from the house for a little bit.
Well, Amy has told me that you locked her in the shed on purpose.
What? No, well, I'm sure from her point of view it may have seemed like I locked her in there on purpose, but I'm being completely honest when I say I had no clue she was in that shed. I mean, why would I ever lock anyone in a shed like that during some of the hottest days of the year?
Mom, can you go into the shed and get Amy's phone for her?
What?
From what she told me, she wasn't awake when the police came and found her. And when the paramedics took her out of here, she was so dehydrated that she didn't even think about her phone. Of course, that all makes sense to me, considering the fact that she was locked in there for so long. Mom, you're at the house right now, correct? Go and grab Amy's phone from inside the shed right now.
Her phone? All right, I'll go and take a look. I'll get back to you about it here in a second. I'm sorry, Axel, I wasn't able to find it anywhere. Perhaps while they were carrying her to the ambulance, she had it on her, but it fell out of her pocket and got lost.
I see. Did you really make sure to take a good look for it in there?
Well, of course. I made sure to check every single corner of that shed and came up with nothing. I'm sorry, but it's not in there. Also, if I keep trying to look around in there, I'm going to become tired myself and might pass out.
Wow, Mom. You have no right making a joke like that after what's happened to my wife. Are you trying to test my nerves or something?
I'm sorry about that. I just thought it would help to lighten up the atmosphere a little bit.
You were the one that caused all this, Mom. And that means you don't get to say crap about the atmosphere right now. Stop being such an idiot, please.
I caused all of this. Why do you keep talking about me in such a crude way? I told you that I never closed her in the shed on purpose, Axel. I've been saying that this whole time.
Then tell me, why is Amy's phone all smashed up?
What?
I'm not stupid, Mom. You might think I am. But I wouldn't be working the kind of job I have if I was as stupid as you think. Her phone that you found in the shed, you just brought it inside and smashed it up on the living room floor. Now why, Mom, would you need to do something as ridiculous as that to her phone?
No, wait, hold on a second. What's going on here?
I just asked you a simple question. Why did you break her phone?
No, I would never do something like that. Axel, what are you going on about right now? You're not even home with me right now, so how would you know anything about her phone? Has Amy been trying to get you to believe some crazy things?
Amy went ahead and set up a small camera in that living room, which can be viewed from anywhere, on anyone's device.
What?
She told me that in order to prove to me that her mother-in-law has been bullying and verbally abusing her, she needed to get some video recordings. And for the past 30 minutes, her and I have been watching the living room live from that camera on my phone.
I see. So that's why she went and rearranged this living room without asking me.
So let me ask you this again. Why have you gone and smashed my wife's phone? And let me also ask you this. Why did you lie about not being able to find it in the shed?
No, that was,
Let me answer these questions for you then, since you seem so preoccupied with losing your mind. You went and lied to me about the phone and broke it because you know damn well that on her phone is evidence of you locking her in the shed on purpose, right? Am I wrong, Mom?
But, her phone is completely destroyed now, so you can't use it anymore to see anything. Well, even if there was evidence in her phone that I'd gone and locked her in on purpose, you wouldn't be able to see it anymore, so you can't use it as evidence.
Interesting and unfortunate. Seeing one's own mom change tone like that in an instant really does break one's heart.
What's so unfortunate? The only thing that's unfortunate about this whole situation is the fact that my own son doesn't believe what I'm saying.
Shut it, Mom. I know you have no idea about this day and age and the technology that's come along with it. But just because you smashed her phone up doesn't mean we can't access those texts. It's all still saved on a server managed by Pear.
What?
I just logged into her account on my laptop. And guess what? Right there in front of my eyes is the conversation you had with Amy a few days ago. So it seems you locked Amy in that shed and planned to leave her in there for 4 whole days while you went on a small little vacation.
No way. You're lying, right?
The fact that you've taken things this far, I don't think I can work with you anymore. I'm far past being upset or bewildered or saddened. Right now, I'm at the point where I'm going to completely cut you out of my life and deal with any emotions that come up later on my own.
No, wait, you have it all wrong.
I have already looked through everything you guys said to one another that day. However, there's one last thing I must ask. If Amy had brought her phone with her in that shed and then used it to ask for help, why nobody came? From what I can see here, she did try to get you to come out and help her, but she was only texting you for 10 minutes. I can understand her passing out due to the heat and not having any fluids, but not within 10 minutes. The last thing that she remembers before passing out is that she drank a bottle filled with a little water, and after that, things started to get fuzzy and she blanked. Something about that water she drank doesn't seem right to me, Mom.
What are you trying to say, Axel?
Mom, you took my old prescription and put it all in that water bottle before setting it in the shed with the intent of having her drink it, right?
What?
You must have known that she would try to get help from someone else while stuck in there, so you wanted her knocked out so that you can run off. Well, luckily your plan worked out for you there, and she knocked out for a whole day, and by the time she woke up, her battery had died. But you had no clue about what was going on with her by then because you totally forgot about her while on your trip.
I'm sorry, I really am sorry, Axel.
Thank goodness Mr. Richard was able to hear her banging around in the shed with the last of her strength and knew something was up. Had he not noticed, she would have died in that shed due to dehydration. I hope you realize no apology is going to fix the situation you are in now, Mom.
I didn't mean to harm her any. I was just trying to teach her a lesson.
Shut the hell up. I'm done listening to you, Mom. Because of this, consider your relationship to my wife and I over with. Bye.
What? Wait a second, Axel! Hey, Axel! Hey! Amy, I am so very sorry. I'm sure you don't care for my apologies, but you have to understand that I never expected something like this to happen.
I'm still recovering from everything you did to me, so please refrain from contacting me. I don't have a phone right now to type with, so I'm having to use Axel's laptop, and typing in my current condition on here is tough. It's tiring, really.
Of course. I wanted to tell you that I'm sorry is all. I'm telling you none of this was meant to be on purpose. I was planning to let you out of the shed later that evening, all right?
Later that evening? Leaving me in the shed from 1 PM all the way until that evening is far too long by itself. And dangerous. Well, I managed to survive for close to 2 days in that shed.
I am so sorry. I had a lot of pent-up stress at the time, too. My hands and wrists are both really bad, and I shouldn't be doing too many strenuous things with them, or else it stresses me out.
Garnet, shut the frick up. All of your lies are starting to fall apart, and now it's all too easy for us to decipher them.
What?
Remember the camera in the living room Axel told you about? I got footage of you on it going into the living room and picking up my favorite vase off the shelf. And from the way you were able to pick it up and throw it on the ground so easily, it didn't seem like your wrists or hands were bothering you any. I guess you needed another lie in order to force me to do everything around the house, huh?
No matter what I do, all of my lies are being seen right through.
Correct. I am planning on suing you for what you've done to me. But with all these lies you keep telling, I might just have to call the police and have them take you away right now.
What? You want to sue me?
Yes. And be aware that the police are going to know about what's been going on. When they came and broke me out of that shed during some of the hottest days of the year, they knew someone had to be to blame and would need to be taken to court over it.
Please, I'm asking you to find some way in your heart to forgive me for what's happened.
Forgive you? That would be me spoiling you now, wouldn't it?
During that time, my one and only son was out of the country for work, and that left me feeling so lonely.
Oh, is that right? I don't care. Well, since you want to keep making up such puny excuses and lies about everything, perhaps the cold walls of a dark jail cell will be more gullible.
Amy, I am so sorry for everything you've had to go through with her. I should have known right away that my mom would be treating you like that while I was away.
Don't worry about it, Axel. I should have told you, but I wanted to try and stay low for a bit.
No, you didn't. You just didn't want to cause any trouble for me while I was gone, and so you chose to bear whatever she threw at you. The fact that you always care about me like that, I should have been there for you. I'm sure those 2 days, locked up in the shed on the hottest day of the year, were terrible. A literal living hell. I should have been there to protect you.
Stop. I wasn't in any pain because of your mom and what she did to me. I was in pain because I didn't get to talk with you that night over the phone while having a drink. Because I was locked inside that shed, our continued streak of drinking and talking every Friday night was ended.
Amy.
I really don't need you to protect me, Axel. Honestly, I wanted to take care of your mom with my own 2 hands while you were away. But your mom was one step ahead of me and locking me in that shed, so it kind of sucked not being the one to expose her BS.
I'm sorry. You really are such a fearless woman, Amy. Completely different compared to that spoiled old hag. If anything, you've been the one protecting me all along.
How about we keep that name for her? I'm tired of calling her your mom or Garnet. Spoiled old hag fits her much better. And it's not like she's a part of our family anymore anyway. After that, the police arrived at the house and arrested Garnet for attempted murder. She tried to lie to the officers about what had happened and even faked being a paraplegic for a bit by not getting up and out of her chair. However, this was nothing new to the police, and they had a warrant and everything for her arrest. So they came in through the back door and put her into handcuffs. She was first taken to the county jail for questioning and would be held there until her court case. During all of this, I was still in the hospital recovering, and it would be a few more days until I could finally get up and move around again. Due to the extreme heat, I had actually suffered a heat stroke. But only after I made all that noise and everything trying to get someone's attention. And luckily enough, my neighbor called the police, who came and got me to the hospital fast enough for the doctors to get to work on helping me come out of my coma. Luckily, I won't have any lasting issues, although it will be a few months yet before my fingers that I broke banging that wheelbarrow against the wall heal up. When the time did come for Garnet to go to court, she came into the courtroom looking like she had died on the inside, and after a short little hearing, she was found guilty of attempted murder, as well as tampering with evidence and drugging me, which would lead to her being placed in jail for 3 years. She would also owe me a settlement of around $250,000 to help me pay for my medical bills and for what she had done to me. She would end up paying that off by having all of her things taken away and sold, as well as through loans that she was forced to take out. But that wasn't the end for her just yet, as this story went into the news and everyone in the city, everyone in the state, heard about what she did. She lost all of her family and all of her friends because of it, and whenever she gets time to make a call at the prison, she doesn't even bother trying to call anyone. It's been 3 years now, and she's finally been released from prison, and will now have to work towards paying off all the debt she's in. But she is going to find that very hard, as everyone still remembers her face and will not be looking to hire her. However, things wouldn't get any better for her, as everyone knew about her all over the US, and she would continue to be treated as an outcast for what she'd done. I'm sure she still has a few more years in her before age really begins to take a toll on her. So for those next few years, she'd better stay on the run, experiencing this hell she's landed herself in. As for myself and Axel, we ended up leaving that town after what happened and selling the house so that we could have money for a new place. Axel actually went ahead and got us an apartment for a little while he had a new place built for us, which we're living in now. It's a lot smaller and fits the two of us in it comfortably without feeling as though we're cramped inside. Axel did this for me because he didn't want me to have to work as hard at home anymore doing so many chores in a large house. And I have to say, I'm really happy he put so much thought into me. Right now, Axel is still having to leave for business a lot, but we have been on track enjoying our video calls every Friday, while drinking a cocktail or some wine. We've held this streak for around 2 years now and have no plans of breaking it for at least another few years.
Georgina, do you realize what an ancient being you are? If I were to have a sister-in-law who's 10 years older than me attend the wedding, the venue would smell like old farts. And then on top of all that, will the old hag and the family come back to live with us? Are you kidding me? Living with a younger couple? You're going to ruin the vibe, okay? Okay, Shirley, I get the point. Even though you have these intrusive thoughts, must you really say it out loud for everyone to hear? Don't you think what you're saying is rude? For example, what if Kurt heard you say something like that about his own sister? What do you think he'd say to you about how you feel about me? What the heck are you talking about, old hag? Don't you realize that Kurt and I basically have the same opinion when it comes to you? Have you been living under a rock or something? Why wouldn't he agree with his own wife on this? Do you really think Kurt looks up to you or something? Well, no, I really don't think so at all, considering we're siblings. I think he cares about me a lot, and I do as well. I really don't think Kurt would say something like that. Okay, you obviously don't know anything, Georgina. What would you know about Kurt, huh? He thinks of you as nothing more than a nosy old hag. That's what he said. Huh? Are you joking with me right now or something? Did Kurt really say that to you about me? I don't really believe you because you could be making this up. Well, I'm telling you that that's what he said to me. Do you think he'd tell a lie that he knows would be found out really quickly? He's a lot smarter than that. Kurt's now working as an elite person in one of the top companies in the city, Georgina. He doesn't need your weaknesses hanging around. You're dragging him down. Don't you think what you're saying is a bit of an exaggeration, Shirley? Do you think what you're saying is seriously true? Are you trying to break me down so I cry? Are you serious? What's the point of making a grown adult cry? Anyway, the point is this, Georgina. You really need to pay back the money you owe Kurt quickly, all right? I'm sorry, can we just go back to what you said just now? You go ahead and try to break me with how Kurt feels about me, and then say I owe him money? What? Don't you know how pathetic it is for an old hag like you to borrow money from your younger brother? When I heard what you're doing, I felt so dizzy about it all. What the heck are you even talking about, Shirley? Me borrowing money from Kurt? Where did all this even come from? I've never borrowed money from him. Georgina, there's no point in trying to pretend it didn't happen. You're the one who got into gambling at horse races, and then you landed yourself into a huge amount of debt. You borrowed that huge amount of money from Kurt so that you could pay the debt back, correct? I really hate people who are addicted to gambling. It's one thing to have fun with your own money, but to cause trouble for other people and drag them down with you is so not cool, Georgina. I guess I understand what you're talking about. Maybe that's why everyone is being so distant. But why must you bring this up, though? Why does it matter to you? Because it has to do with Kurt, of course. After hearing that story, everyone in the family started to look down on you. Kurt's innocent in all of this, and I don't want you ruining the ceremony. Everyone tried to not show it in their attitudes towards you, but to be honest, no one wants you around, Georgina. I guess there was no way you could hide your dirty secrets after all. Well, I guess you've got a point. I just didn't think that things would go this far at all. I suppose I'll just go home now. I'll just leave everyone alone. Finally, about time that you get out of here and return home. Also, do us all a favor, would you? Just cut ties with Kurt so that we don't have to bother you anymore. Wow. Okay. Are you seriously wanting to take it this far, Shirley? I can't believe this. I guess things are taking a turn that I didn't quite expect. Kurt, we need to talk right now, so please reply to me as soon as possible. What the heck are you intending on doing here, huh? It seems like there are rumors spreading about me.
Hey, no, I've got no idea what you're talking about, Georgina. There's no rumors going around, I don't think. Maybe you're mistaken?
There's no point in pretending that you don't care, because I know that you do. Didn't you see the cold looks that I was getting from the other relatives? Do I owe you money? Because if so, I'm not aware of any of this. Is this some kind of sick joke you're pranking me with? I'm not kidding with these questions, Kurt.
No, Georgina, that's not it at all. I wouldn't make up anything like that about you. What I know about this situation is that Shirley's bringing up her interpretation.
Well, are you even going to give in and say that she's the one that made a mistake about me, or what? Why aren't you trying to clear up this misunderstanding, Kurt?
Because I don't know how to clear it up. It's a bit tough to do that at the moment. You see, Shirley was raised by a very strict family, so it's not great for me to say something inappropriate to her, and I really don't want to make her angry or anyone in her family angry, all right? I feel bad for the people who came all the way here and heard that.
Kurt, what the heck? Are you kidding me right now? Are you afraid of Shirley? Come on, we're siblings. You're supposed to feel sorry for me here. I'm hearing that I'm the one who got into debt at the horse races and borrowed money from you to pay it off. We both know that's simply not true. In fact, it was you who was the one that got into debt at the horse races and borrowed money from me so that I could pay it off. You're the one changing the story.
Okay, I'm sorry, as there has been a huge misunderstanding when it has come to this. But at least we know the truth is different, so you're fine. You can just keep being proud of yourself.
Excuse me? How on earth am I supposed to feel proud of myself when what has been spreading around is lies, Kurt? Why are you being so arrogant about this?
You know that this ceremony wouldn't be possible, right? Who do you think paid for this ceremony to be held, Kurt? And no, it's not just said. I paid for it all.
Well, it's because we can't make the bride pay for it, huh? It wouldn't be right, as I'm the one that asked her to marry me. I've got a reputation to live up to, all right?
Are you seriously only thinking about yourself in this? How selfish can you be, Kurt? You're so annoying, and I am over this. I'm going home now.
Oh, come on. Why can't you just work with me here? Wait a minute. What did you just say to me before? Are you actually going home? You can't be serious, right?
Of course I'm going home. I'm too embarrassed to be at the ceremony, especially with all these lies going around about me. Seriously, why is this happening to me?
Well, it's honestly your decision whether you want to be at the ceremony or not. If you want to go home now, Georgina, I won't stop you. That's what you wanted, right? I feel like you truly didn't want to come here in the first place, so you just wanted something to happen so you had an excuse to leave, didn't you? I can't do anything about this. What a shame.
Excuse me? What the heck is that supposed to mean? What are you talking about? Do you seriously think I wanted this to happen? Your wife is the one spreading rumors about me. And if I'm gone, you'll be very happy because your lie won't be revealed to the rest of the family, now will it? This is absolutely bogus, you know that?
Hey, now there's no need to act this way, Georgina. I've been taken care of by my sister a lot in my life, okay? You're not gonna stop now, are you? Look, I want you to be there because you're my sister. I want you to witness my wedding, Georgina. It wouldn't feel right if you weren't present. How about you just stay?
Is this for real? Why did I get given a piece of trash for a younger brother? You don't care about anyone but yourself. What are you planning to do from now on? It's very obvious that the truth will be revealed sooner rather than later, and the lie will be exposed soon. Marriages also quickly fall apart when someone lies, yeah?
Well, I think that everything's gonna be fine. I'm in the process of getting things back on track. I'll keep making my new wife, Shirley, happy. I'm not kidding here.
Well, you can really say anything once you open that big mouth of yours, can't you? I'm really disappointed in you, Kurt. Why throw me under the bus for?
Because, like I said before, I've got a reputation to uphold, and I don't want that when I'm about to get married. Why don't we just cut ties then if you've got a problem? I guess if I continue to be your younger brother, I'm sure that I'll just cause you more trouble as my sister, since I don't want to get into trouble with anyone else.
Okay, well, if you're going to treat me like this, then fine. We should just cut ties right now. In return, you're to pay back the money you owe me.
What? No way! I shouldn't have to pay back the money when it was never a loan in the first place. If we cut ties, then all should be forgiven. That's not exactly fair.
I definitely know that this is all a lot of crap you're talking, Kurt. I am definitely getting my money back. If I don't, I'll tell everyone everything you said.
Oh, come on, big sister. You're being absolutely childish and you need to grow up. Your cute little brother is about to find happiness, okay? Are you going to destroy it?
Okay, fine. Just promise that you're going to pay me back all the money you borrowed from me and how much it was for the ceremony. That's all I ask from you, Kurt.
Okay, I understand, Georgina. Jeez. I'll return the money someday. I don't know when, but you'll get it. Just please don't tell anyone. Georgina, please cooperate with me.
Okay. Don't make me doubt you, all right? You can't go back on this, Kurt. I am definitely getting my money back. You got that? Don't you screw me over.
Okay, would you please just calm down a little bit about it? There's gonna be no problems, and I promise that I'll get your money back. I pinky promise, Georgina.
Georgina, what the heck is going on around here? You need to explain what you're doing right now. Otherwise, you're going to feel my wrath. There were some strange people that came in here that we were all trying to get rid of.
Then all of a sudden, they started to take Kurt. They wanted him to pay, and I don't understand why.
Wait a minute. What did you just say? I don't get what you mean, Shirley. You need to calm down and explain to me in exact details what's going on. So, Kurt's gone, you said?
A few men came and asked for their money back, and I had no idea what was going on. The security in the venue chased them away, but the ceremony was interrupted. What the heck are those types of people doing here at my wedding venue? Why are there debt collectors interrupting Kurt and I getting married, huh? Why are they targeting my soon-to-be husband for? He's not the one at fault here. If anything, those people should be after you. Explain yourself.
Well, Shirley, I don't know what that's got to do with me for. I really don't know what the situation is, but all we can say for now is that Kurt was the one who was actually in debt.
Excuse me? What the heck did you just say to me? Are you telling me that he's the one that got into a huge amount of debt? Why should I believe anything you say?
I don't know how you heard from Kurt that I'm the one who's in debt, because that's just simply not true at all.
It was Kurt who got addicted to horse racing and got himself in debt. So if anyone is innocent in all this, it's me. I tried to get him out of the hole he dug for himself. I'm the one that gave him the money, and I want him to give it back. But I don't understand that at all. That's the complete opposite of what Kurt said to me. So you're just trying to throw all the responsibility on Kurt then, aren't you? Are you saying he's lying?
I know for a fact that he's the one who's lying. He's always twisted stories since he was a little kid. Why do you think the debt collectors are coming after Kurt then?
What? No, there's no way that's true. There must be some way that you're putting all the blame on him, even if Kurt had debts. You were the one who built it up again, right? But then how did the debt collector know where to come to? You must have told them to drop by the wedding venue. Oh, I'm getting so confused right now.
I don't know what it is that you don't understand, Shirley. I think you know deep down that he's lying to you. What is Kurt doing right now? What's happening?
I've got no idea. Why are you asking me that? It seems like there's a dispute happening with the debt collectors outside the venue. I'm inside trying to draw the attention away from it. Oh my God, I really can't believe that this is happening to me right now, on my special day, on our wedding day. How could you do this to us? This is all your fault, you cow.
You know for a fact that it can't be my fault, otherwise the debt collectors would be coming after me instead of Kurt. You really need to recognize Kurt's true nature.
I know my own husband, you stupid woman. Kurt's an elite worker in his company, and his colleagues are very high up in the industry. He's kind and honest and never lies. My parents and the rest of my family know his true nature, and we all know that you're setting him up for failure. This is definitely all your fault because you want to ruin our lives.
Okay, none of this is getting through to you, so I'm just going to have to break some news to you that I assume he hasn't told you yet. You do know that Kurt is unemployed right now, yeah?
Shut up, you absolute liar! How dare you turn around and badmouth my husband?
Wait, what the heck did you just say?
Are you telling me that my husband is unemployed? How is that possible?
He's only telling you half the story, Shirley. I don't know how you can be so gullible when it comes to his obvious lies. I will say he did have a really great job at a top company. But then one day he started going to the horse track to bet on the horses and ended up getting addicted to it. He ended up getting fired because he missed so much work. Right now, to make it seem like he's actually going to his job, he dresses up in a suit, leaves you in the morning, and you don't question where he's going, right? Well, I hate to break it to you, Shirley, but he's lying about where he's going. He's not going to the office. He's gambling at the horse races every day.
No way. That can't be true at all. You're joking, right? Kurt's not going to work. There's no way he'd play me like that. Why don't you stop making him look bad? You're just jealous.
I'm not making up anything, and I don't think that I've got the brain power to sink that deep in making up a story about my brother. Do you really not know the real Kurt?
Then explain this to me, Georgina. So why does Kurt have a lot of money? He was able to pay the entire fee of the ceremony, so how can any of what you're saying be true, huh?
That money that helped guarantee you the ceremony, the funds needed for the reception, food and beverage, and everything else in between, I paid for it. Kurt knew that he wanted to marry you, but he was so embarrassed that he had no money to pay for anything. He begged for me to help, so I paid for everything. Wow, you really are going back to your fantasy land, aren't you? I really feel sorry for Kurt for having a sister who's so delusional and makes up all this crap. Well, if you don't believe me, why don't you ask your wedding planner who covered all the finances, yeah? I've been in contact with them a lot, so I'm sure they know about the situation. Fine, I'll go over there and ask them if any of that is actually true. I obviously know that it's all lies. Isn't it just better to admit it now? You're just embarrassing yourself. I've said nothing but the truth to you, Shirley. I've got no reason to lie. You really need to go and talk to the right people and get back to me on all of this. After that, you'll believe me. That's so funny, but fine. I guess I'll go and find the wedding planner. I'm sure they can sort this stupid thing out, so prepare for my wrath afterwards, you absolute liar. Okay, so I finally found the wedding planner. They were doing something at the back of the venue, but I was able to talk to them, so they told me the whole story. I couldn't believe what I was hearing, but yes, it sounds like it was you who paid for this entire wedding. They were talking to you directly about how this day would be funded. I hate to say it, but I told you so, Shirley. I don't get why you wouldn't believe me when I've been saying nothing but the truth this entire time. Also, that means that you can finally see the true nature of how Kurt has been acting. He's been deceiving people for so long now, including you. Now, just hold on a second. You're kidding me, right? Do you seriously think that Kurt intended to deceive me this entire time? You're not being serious about that, are you? Well, he's always wanted to look good when it comes to showing off to the people around him, so I think it's only natural for him to act in this sort of way. I guess that Kurt just really wanted to marry you and didn't want to look like a failure to you or your family. I also didn't know that he was unemployed. Also that he's in quite a lot of debt as well. He even concealed the fact that I paid for the wedding expenses because he wanted to look good in front of everybody. I think I really need to talk to Kurt about this. I need to hear this directly from his mouth. What you're saying isn't convincing at all. Most old hags like you are liars. Do you really think taking all your anger out on me is going to solve all these problems? You've got to believe me, Kurt's definitely deceiving everybody. Would you just shut your mouth for more than a few seconds, Georgina? I'm so sick of hearing you say that he's deceiving me. Leave me alone. Hey, Kurt, I've been trying to contact you for a while now, but I see you haven't read my messages. Please tell me, is everything okay? Have things calmed down out there now?
Hey, yeah, so I guess I'm screwed. In the end, I guess things turned out to be all scrambled. It seems like it was a case of mistaken identity. So, because of all this happening, it seems like that's what's led to the ceremony being canceled. I've been in a lot of trouble lately.
Hold on, I'm kind of confused. What do you mean there's been a mistaken identity situation? It seems like there was quite a fight out there. I also went to look through the window of the venue that looks outside, and it seems like you were getting on your knees. Kurt, what was that all about?
Huh? What on earth are you talking about, Shirley? It was another person that was kneeling down on the ground, not me. You've got it twisted. The other person was saying that they were sorry for the mistake. They're good people who are able to reflect on their actions, which I'm glad people can be like that.
Okay, well, I don't know, because I saw this with my own eyes. No matter how you look at it, Kurt, I think it was you that was kneeling on the ground. You were begging.
Shirley, please, just drop it. I'm sure that you're upset about this too. When a stranger has come and interrupted the wedding ceremony, it can upset people. But the good thing about it is that things have calmed down now and things have been sorted. Everything that happened is over, so let's resume the ceremony, huh?
Okay, well, I need to talk to you about something that I found out. So, I just heard everything that's happened up until now from Georgina. She told me that she's not the one who's in a huge amount of debt, but that it's actually you. You went running to her to help pay for your gambling debt?
I'm sorry, I just zoned out a little bit because I can't believe what you're saying to me right now. I'm confused as to what you're talking about. You talked to my sister?
Yes, I talked to Georgina. She told me literally everything. Also, on top of this, you're currently unemployed, aren't you, Kurt? It was Georgina who's been paying for everything that's had to do with this wedding ceremony and reception, isn't she? Is this true? Are you lying to me?
Now just wait a minute there, Shirley. That's all utter nonsense, and I'm sure that you knew that. Do you really believe what my sister has to say to you? You hate my sister just as much as I do, don't you? You surely aren't gonna listen to her, are you? Weren't you making fun of her for being an older and unsuccessful woman?
Wait, you're telling me that all of this is nonsense? Are you being serious right now? So what Georgina was telling me isn't true at all. Then why would she say it?
Of course she's lying to you, Shirley. She just wants to sabotage this whole day and is jealous that I'm getting married. Please tell me you don't believe her, do you?
Well, I don't know about the other things, but it has been substantiated that it really was Georgina that's been paying for this wedding ceremony, Kurt.
What the heck are you talking about, Shirley? Are you really gonna continue on with this? Can't we just go and get married already and say our vows?
Kurt, I heard everything from the wedding planner about who's been funding the ceremony and reception today. She paid almost $20,000 for this wedding. I'm really doubting what you're telling me, Kurt. I don't think everything that Georgina is saying is nonsense at all if the wedding planner told me the same thing she did too.
Okay. I see what's really going on here. Okay, I guess you've got me. Yes, it's true that Georgina paid for the entire ceremony and reception today, but I'm giving it back to her soon.
Okay, so you were basically lying to me. This is just great. How am I supposed to believe you now since you've been caught out? When are you planning to return it?
Well, I was thinking of giving the money to her right away, okay? I was thinking of giving the money that I borrowed from her back tomorrow. I don't mean to boast or anything, but I do have the means to pay her back, so I can practically give it back to her immediately. So there's no worries, right?
Ah, okay, so you're going to give her back the money tomorrow. All right, got it. Please do that tomorrow, or else, Kurt. You better keep your word.
Hang on a minute, what? What did you just say? I'm confused. Are you actually serious about me giving her the money tomorrow? Is it really urgent?
Yes, it's urgent you give it back to her. Kurt, look, this is messing with my head way too much. I don't want to get married after receiving charity from that old hag. I may not like her that much, but you've been lying to me and showing off, and I'm getting tired of your antics, Kurt. You'll get the $20,000 ready for her and get it back to her tomorrow, okay?
No, wait a minute. That's such a huge amount of money, so I don't actually know if I'll be able to do it straight away. Surely this isn't necessary, right?
Well, there really shouldn't be any issues, right? Since you were planning to give your old hag of a sister back her money tomorrow, yeah? You better do that, all right?
Well, I don't know why that would be such a good idea. Why are you trying to test me like this? I swear I didn't mean for stuff to happen. Come on, Shirley, work with me here.
You listen to me good, Kurt. If you can't pay back for what Georgina paid for, the wedding's going to be canceled, and I mean it. So are you going to finally confess everything to me or not?
I don't get what you mean by that, Shirley. You really are confusing me a lot. You really don't think I'm being honest with you? What are you being like this for?
Well, I really don't think that you're telling the whole truth. I may not like your sister because she's old and annoying, but you lying to me is just ridiculous. With my family, we're told to always speak the truth, and you know how strict my parents were when I was a child, yeah? I don't like people who lie to me and make me feel gullible. If what Georgina's been saying this entire time is actually true, I'll never forgive you for this and I'll break up with you. Just be honest and admit what you've done. All in all, I just want an apology because you've basically made yourself look like a different person when you're around me, and it makes me feel so stupid about how I believed everything you said.
No. You can't do this to me. We're literally about to get married and spend the rest of our lives together. It really can't be true. Am I really a crappy person to you?
If you're just going to act like this, I don't want to put up with it, Kurt. Please, just pay the $20,000 to your sister tomorrow, all right? If what she's saying isn't true and that you're the one who's right about all of this, then it should be really easy for you to just give her back the money, Kurt.
Wow, surely what you're saying is the worst case scenario, right? Either way, this is all really bad, but I can fix it all. I can promise you that.
Okay, now you're confusing me. What do you mean you'll fix it all? Do I see cracks in the armor, Kurt? Are you kidding me right now? You're speaking your mind, aren't you?
Okay, well, I just want to run this by you. If I admit that everything my sister said was true, you'll still marry me as planned, right? You're not going to leave me because of these little twists in the truth, are you?
I should have known that you were eventually going to turn around and say something like that. Are you trying to make me feel bad even though I'm not the one who's done anything wrong? It's like you're admitting that you lied to me. I don't appreciate that. I wish you just owned that you did wrong and that you lied from the beginning, Kurt. I'm really disappointed in you, and it feels like I really don't know you at all anymore. Your sister was right. I should have listened to her. You really are just a show-off and a liar. Okay, I get it. You lied so that you can look like the hero of the wedding, but you're not, Kurt. You're just an idiot. I guess I've got no choice but to cancel the wedding after all.
Whoa, wait just a second, Shirley. You've got this all twisted, and I guess my sister was right, but I'm not that bad of a person. Please believe me. I get it. I admit it. I asked my sister for money for the wedding, but I'm not that much of a liar. Please trust me. I just want this day to be perfect for you, Shirley. My sister was telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth the entire time that I've known you. I get it. I'm absolute trash. I'm really sorry, Shirley. The debt collectors from earlier in the morning wasn't a mistaken identity. It was definitely me they were after. And I just wanted them to leave until I got the money to pay them.
Okay, so you finally confessed that you're just an idiot when it comes to money. And then made me feel stupid about believing all the crap you said. Well, you know what, Kurt? There's no way I can marry such a piece of trash like you. So the wedding is hereby canceled. You need to send everyone home.
No, Shirley! Babe, don't do this to me! I know that I messed up so much, but I can fix this really easily. It'll be no problem soon. Why are you doing this to me?
Do you have any idea what you've put me through, you big dumb idiot? You're gambling, you're lying to me. You don't even have a job, do you? You're a complete waste of space. I don't want to marry a big fat liar like you. I'll never want to be associated with that when it comes to meeting new people. I am done with you and your baggage. Goodbye, Kurt.
All of this is just a whole scam from my sister as she wants to ruin my wedding and my whole life. I'm really sorry. Don't do this. It's too hard for me to bear.
After the wedding was canceled by Shirley, her parents made her pay for half the ceremony herself since she never coughed up any money for anything. She's now working multiple part-time jobs and somehow managing to make ends meet while also paying back for the wedding that she canceled. It seems that she's never worked a day in her life before, so she was struggling to get by. She seems to be anxious about getting married as she's worried about getting older by the day. Considering that during this incident she was spreading her terrible personality around, it'll be difficult for her to get married for the time being. Kurt was forced to go and work at a factory once his family found out everything he was doing.
The debt collectors told him to get a job to pay back his gambling debts. He's been forced to work every day without taking a break. It'll take more than 5 years for him to pay off his debt. He seems to spend every day with a haggard look on his face. Now that Georgina doesn't have to look out for Kurt anymore, she feels so much lighter and has been freed from all the stress he created. She can feel herself getting younger and enjoying life again. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.